Even when Carmine went over this day on his Instagram, when because he took 3 trades, I think, and when he started, he was like, "I took this long in the morning, I'm not even gonna go over it," and he just moved on to the next trade.
I was feeling on that hard. Shit. That was fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah, they're going to love my next trade. It's
What
like
was the setup?
literally my last trade, but in the correct setup of like it was actually in a supply zone where I got short.
That's only one
Oh,
confirmation.
I'm not. I mean, everything else was there, but I'm just saying, like, to me, screenshot wise, it looks like the exact one, except this time my box is red instead of being green.
Uh,
It literally has the same rejections multiple times, and it looks tight.
there was a volume shift on that one, though.
Did I?
I
Did I not write that?
So, come on. Oh, it's loading. I was pretty upset that I took that loss on the first trade. Daily 66.49.50. There. Gabriel, you don't work today?
no, I got Saturdays off. Now I can only do the reviews on Saturdays now, by the way.
Damn, and I can't anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I work Saturdays next month.
What about Fridays?
I could do Fridays.
But like Fridays later in the day, or what y'all thinking?
Yeah, later.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are off work, because I don't have work on Fridays either.
Yeah, I could do it.
Yeah.
I get off at 6, so after
Literally any time on Friday is fine.
I'm down.
It'll have to be just a little late. Like if you get off at 6, what time are you home?
I work from home, but anytime after 6 is good. I don't care what time it is.
You're only doing this Saturday for a month?
Yeah, I think so, unless they make me do it for another month, but it should only be a month.
Yeah, this week reviews might be tough just because Fridays are. I mean, I don't have to work, but my plan is to because those are the best days for Lyft and Uber.
Oh, that's right.
Like Friday night is like the best. But it might. I mean, I'll be able to decide that. Like if my money's looking good prior to the week, I'll be like, oh, I had a good week. I'm down for Friday.
Just
Well,
start live trading and make money.
But I've been. I'm thinking of pulling money out of my like stocks because I really want to start now.
ooh,
That's how Carmine did it.
damn. I did do it.
Um,
Do it, whatever.
Because I still
you
haven't gotten
better
paid
be
for my freaking job with my
faster.
grandma.
Really? Are they withholding your money or something?
No, they're gonna pay me. It's just like the process to get me involved is just taking forever. Like, oh, you got to
Uh,
file this paper and then you come back and then file this other paper type of shit.
oh, that sucks.
And it's in Pomona, the office I got to go to.
Damn. When you,
So go.
I was gonna ask when you get paid then. Like, do they know?
This week I just finally like I'm assuming I'm like towards the last step. This week I finally got it done because I couldn't do anything until I had an orientation on Tuesday, and then going to orientation finding out it was a waste of time. I'm like, hey, how do I like get this shit done? And so then they're like, oh, you got to fill out this paperwork and then come back tomorrow. And I was like, what the fuck was the point of orientation?
Fucking sucks.
So on this day, we sold off aggressively into my daily demand. I kind of had a bit of FOMO on this push up here because I had seen this pop of buyers and then it pulled back into the limit orders. These limit orders held it, and then this rally occurred, and I was like, "Fuck, I missed it." I don't know why I didn't take it, to be honest. I think the market was just very volatile, and I felt like I was catching a falling knife. Uh, then it pulled back again, and I think a limit order appeared here. Oh no, a limit order didn't appear, so I couldn't even try it right here. Uh, and then it kept taking off. And so once this happened, then this aggressive selling started happening again. And I was like, okay, buyers showed their presence here. So buyers are here. I just want to see them support this move inside daily demand. And then here, the buyers presented themselves one more time in my eyes. And I was like, okay, if it pulls back to these limit orders, I have to give it a try, which it did. Oh shit, I need to close my shit. I was watching those limit orders there. Why is it freezing? $66.35, exactly the same area that was it. There's some limit orders somewhere. Oh no, it's not the same area. So limit orders held the price there, and I think I gave it a try. I might have just taken it there, to be honest. Yeah, it was just that pot. I didn't even have clear confirmation. I'm an idiot for taking that one. So I got in on this little push here, seeing these limit orders right where price had held here, but I ended up quickly getting stopped out on that one. And then I seen this starting to occur and CVD starting to hold up too. I believe it made like a, was it a lower low or a higher? It was like kind of just in that same range where this aggressive selling had held. So to me, I was like, okay, CVD is still holding that area. Um, this is the trade. I got in at about 7:01. Oh, news. Oh, that's another thing. News was about to release 2 minutes prior, so this trade was completely stupid when I got in here. But then news had released, and we got this aggressive push. And when it pulled back, I wanted to see that 35 hold again. But when that 30, it didn't come down to this 35, because I seen this here. I seen these limit orders, and I wanted to see it pull back and hold that one more time. But I've seen in the past that when news comes out, it likes to take off a little before it hits limit orders at times. So when I seen this aggressive volume push on the 2 minute time frame on Bookmap with this curl, I was like, I have to try it. I just had to do it. So I tried it, and then I was pretty damn nervous, but it ended up working out. But you can
Great.
see here, what?
Too bad you didn't hold.
I know that was fucking stupid. That was that. Yeah, that was good. But you can see here, like every confirmation was basically there. I mean, limit orders did appear at 66.35. It didn't pull back all the way to it. So this is where I'm saying, like, you're not always gonna get that like super A+ setup. Like, you just have to just like it's doing what you want it to do. Buyers presented themselves earlier. Buyers presented themselves again here. limit orders were here at 35. Limit orders appeared again at 35. It was bullish with the news, pulled back, and then as soon as I seen this curl and this volume push, I had to just try it.
Good one.
And then it just takes off, and then I exited right here on this selling, I believe. Oh, I think this was the day. No, it wasn't. And then Eloy's 45-minute. You took it at the 45-minute, right, Eloy?
At the supply zone, I got in short. This is like way after you guys.
Yeah, but at the 45-minute supply.
Oh yeah,
66. What was the price?
I got in at 66.70.
67. 75. Okay.
It's just under 60. The supply zone, yeah, just under 60 and just under 72. I mean, just under 67 and just under 72.
All right. So there's the.
I just realized on my screenshot I wrote key demand. I meant to write key supply.
I did see that.
And then right next to it, it says rejection at supply.
What time did you enter?
At 7:48:07. There wasn't a lot of typical confirmations. I just saw a lot of rejection at supply and the limit orders. But there wasn't there wasn't a volume shift confirmation, but there was a CVD trying to break above zero and getting back underneath it.
So here, just looking at it right now, sellers are showing their presence at supply. So you'd want to see a retest. Gabriel, did you step away by this time?
Yeah, I was done, dude.
Are you only doing one trade per session?
No, but I wasn't happy with the trade I took, so I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna lose any more money.
Oh.
The whole week I lost like $36. Not too bad.
I work. Just to point this out, this rally into the back into supply, although it does seem like okay, buyers aggressively bought back into supply. I wouldn't take it because the volume shift, no limit orders, really holding there. Yeah, no limit orders, even though the CVD curl occurred, so that would help me avoid that getting in there. And another push here.
It tried.
CVD's trying to go green. Damn, I would have been want to take that short here. These limit orders. What was the price it rejected earlier? 66.72.
So I got in at 70 with my stop at 73, which was above the limit orders that you'll see right now.
CBD trying to go green again.
It even tried earlier, like at 25, 725. To me, come the confirmation
To be
was
honest, I would have. Oh, and there's no limit orders. Go ahead.
the first time it broke above the supply box is the first time it tried to go above zero, and that was the high of the day, or at least in that moment right there, that was the highest point. And then once it got back in the red, price never got back above that first high.
You got in here.
48. Yeah, the little drop of that top. So right there, yeah, pretty much where your cursor's at. It goes back to if you minimize the price a little bit.
See, this is the value shift I seen.
Mm-hmm. I'm super zoomed out, and so that can't. That looks. It's only 400 right there. My screenshot just doesn't show enough of the volume shift bars.
For me, this would be the entry.
It's just 1 point underneath. But yeah, I mean, it's where the volume kicked in for you for the better confirmation. But those are like within seconds, bro. That's so fast. Well, I guess minutes because you're zooming it. You're speeding it.
But what made you get in here?
Looking at my screenshot, I was just so much rejection, and it never got back above that first high that I told you, which when it first broke the box, it never got back above that, and the limit orders kept stacking. Like if you look at my screenshot, because I have it, my screenshot is very zoomed out. You can see all the limit orders.
But how are you looking at it when you're like entering?
I mean, I zoom in and out a lot, and to me, at one point, at like 7, I think it's like around 727 or 726 is when it first had that high peak of trying to break the supply box. Yeah, like that.
I mean,
no, like to your left. To your left, there's a higher. What? To me, that was the first rejection. If you look at it, a CVD, that's the first time CVD tried to go above zero and it rejected. And then the rest of the times it never got higher above that price.
And so, on your screenshot.
You can see it right there too, though, on what you were looking at.
It goes above zero, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but that was the highest point when it went above zero. Right there. That was the highest point before it went above zero, and then it never got higher than that again. And all the limit orders were stacking right there.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah,
it was pretty much the same area I would have entered. It just when you hit the sell button, the volume shift didn't occur for me. It did. CVD did start downtrending though.
I'm on my Trump shit with alternative confirmations, bro.
Be careful. Your stop was what?
73, right above the limit orders.
And your target?
It was 66.60. I'm trying to remember.
Just because it was 10 points or what was
a lot of it goes like for me to pick a target. First, it is a 10-pointer, and then I need to find an area of interest. I can't just be like, yep, some random 10 points from where I entered. And I'm assuming I just looked at the limit orders, and then across like earlier before 7:15, there was like a little bit of consolidation going on right there. I don't know if these are the best way to pick targets, but I'm just kind of like, I need to find something if I'm going to validate this trade. And I guess those are some of the things I look for.
I mean, It's working.
I wish I
That
understood
was a
because it got all the
well,
way back to 66.55, which was like another uh, 15 points. And I'm like, how would I have called that?
VWAP on Bookmap.
Oh, true. But then there's times where I'm like, that's too many points. I'm not meant to win that much.
You're meant to be rich, Eloy.
Yeah, it's
You deserve to be
gotta
rich.
put that in our minds.
It was a solid trade, though. The only thing is, I would have waited just maybe a few seconds to enter, but I mean, it's right there.
But I
I
can see it too. It's just there's not my absorption setup.
Are we
but
working on
here it
other
was,
ways to see absorption? Because on
right?
yeah, that whole section, the whole time it was in the supply zone, to me, I'm like, this is all absorption.
I'm talking about like all my confirmations appearing.
Oh, okay.
But when you see this, where I had mentioned,
Yeah, that is absorption.
would you have taken that?
I would need to replay it again.
It was this year.
The only thing I don't like is when it goes above the supply zone.
Oh, for me, it was still inside it. I don't know what Eloy had.
My box
I had a
was
But
40.
like,
what?
I had it like at 66.72.25, the top of my box.
Mine like barely wicked under it at that 70 something.
Yeah, I might have placed it just a little off, but yeah, I barely even tapped it.
But look, Gabriel, this is the replay from that volume shift. Aggressive buying, limit orders are here. Volume starts to shift and CVD starts to curl down here. That's
Oh
my
yeah, I was
entry
gone.
right.
I was gone by this time.
No, but I'm saying like this is where this is where I think my entry would have been.
Uh,
And I have an annoying, like, it comes back all the way to my entry price, almost stopped me out, but it stayed under the limit orders.
Oh yeah, it did come back. No, that was solid. I would have taken it also. I hope.
But you probably, because you had one earlier than that day, so you probably didn't want to keep looking, or what?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was done. I was journaling when this was happening. 26, last day.
Yep.
I'll be back. We'll take a piss real quick.
All right.
I feel like
You
even
took a
though,
trade, dude?
yeah, I took a loss at 6:48. I was gonna say, I feel like we all obviously we understand a certain set of confirmations that we look for, but I think there's, and I'm sure we're doing this, but there's like other ways to look at these confirmations, like not just black and white the way we're used to seeing it.
I mean, yeah, definitely. This guy Falony, who trades with Aristotle or used to trade with Aristotle, he took this short here at 2 hour supply, and looking at it for me, it wouldn't be a area for me to enter just based off my confirmations. But the only thing for me with you is like all we like if you're gonna rely on a set of confirmation, if like for the trade yesterday or the trade that we were just going over, if you're gonna have a set of confirmations that you rely on, that may not be what I rely on. Just make sure that every time you take that trade again in the future, it's those same confirmations. Like, don't make it be, oh, this day was this confirmation for this setup, and it's the same setup you take again, and then it's like, oh, but this day it's a different set of confirmations. Like, you want those confirmations to always be there because then you're just, it's almost a gamble because now you're not doing it on what you know. It's more like, oh, I just have a feeling it's gonna work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, have your confirmations. Okay, your confirmations are what they are, but make sure that you have them set in stone. And if those confirmations that you've come up with don't appear, it's not your setup.
And keep in mind, it might
Okay.
be the market we're in that you're seeing these setups appear.
Mhm.
So mark on your notes that you're seeing these setups during a downturn in the market,
Mm.
so you know when to expect them. So the next time it goes to downturn, you could be like, okay, I'm going to go to those setups.
And on your reviews, put that little conclusion at the end, like what'd you learn and what can you improve on? Because no matter how good the trade was, there's always something for you to like adjust or like that could be fixed, whether it be your target, whether it be uh maybe a confirmation that you usually use wasn't there but it still worked. Like those little tweaks are what gonna help you moving forward, like know like, oh, this time this setup, this confirmation didn't appear, but last time that it didn't appear, all these other things aligned and it worked. It's like that's the kind of data you want to really have on your trade so that like you really master the setup that it is that you're taking.
Yeah, I'm
And
definitely.
that's the shit that shit sucks because journaling is a pain in the ass, but that really is what has helped me level up.
No, I believe in the journaling part. One of my jobs after ELAC was data analytics, and it kind of taught me the importance of gathering data and like the way my job broke the data down. So I'm definitely like I need more evidence of this. And my conclusions, man, I just joked too much on one of my wins. My conclusion was gonna be I'm a boss. Like
Eh,
I was just gonna say some cocky shit, be like conclusion, and I was like, I literally typed it and deleted it. I was like, I'm getting too cocky. I'm demo trading.
do you ever wonder why you're taking different setups though? Like, do you not like absorption or what?
I still no. I think my mindset is I'm still in practice mode though. So even though, because like I'll take like random setups that we aren't practicing on demo, but like the way I write my notes is like this wasn't a trade I was gonna take. This was something I was trying to see if my observation was correct or but like I won't brag about winning or losing trades that I'm kind of like, oh, I just try to see what would happen. Like I have a few of those written down on like sticky notes where I was not my actual notebook where I'm like, huh, I wonder what would happen here. But it's also just for data and it's just for information, not for me to be like, oh, I think this works. It's more of like I'll compare and contrast it to the setup we are using and like what are the big differences.
But isn't that more work?
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm studying. To me, it's just study. Like I also see it as like I don't think I get enough time to review on my own as much as I'd like to, and because I only review as much as I can like right after I'm done during the day, and if I have time throughout the day on other days, I'll study again on my own. But
Yeah, you didn't put your journal yesterday.
I don't want to. I was
Oh,
embarrassed yesterday because I also wasn't honest about how many trades I took.
oh, we're not being transparent. Fucking
It's
scammer,
in my
dude.
notes. It's just I don't want. I write it all down. I'd be like,
Just show your brokerage statements, man.
I've actually been live trading this entire time. I don't want to
Damn, this
suck.
whole time I thought we were
You
fucking.
blew his account multiple times already.
Oh, shit. Damn, I thought it was one for all for one. What the hell?
I just hear Eric saying that's not discipline, and I'm like, I know, Eric.
But it's crazy
Dude,
because Go for it.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say anything significant.
I was just gonna say, the only reason I do that is because I know dude, I've been there where like I'm taking 9 trades and journaling those mistakes have like and putting it out there, like you guys have even called me out to this day that it's just like, okay, don't do that shit because it's not healthy for your trading.
Yeah, for sure. And Elo, I want to say stuff. I want to say stuff about your trades too, but I'm just like, I'll wait for Eric.
I've what's
Oh
it called?
yeah,
I've
make me
concluded
look.
that I'm like I think Gabe is always just being cool and nice, and Eric is probably saying what Gabe is thinking.
Dude, I'm just saying, dude, like I just don't understand why it's just not absorption the whole time. Like it's always different setups. And then that tells me that the demo trading is not helping because it's not giving you that same live feeling. Because you're not gonna do this on live, for sure. So
You are,
that's
and
That's
it'd be
that'd be
painful.
yeah, that'd be stupid if you were.
like I
But
definitely know there's gonna be a learning curve because of this whatever the way I'm
well,
approaching the market right now. I know I should do it
well,
right now. Go ahead.
I don't, I just don't understand because you're saying you're trying to get data on these setups to compare it to absorption, but why? If
To
the
learn.
setups if we're not taking those setups, then they don't matter. I just don't want you to do more work than you have to do.
I probably think I'm not doing enough work, and which is why I'm like I need to do these extra things to see. I don't know. It's definitely I'm definitely not as I don't think I'm studying and reviewing the way you guys do. And to me, these are like my extra versions of like, well, I need to get this practice in, or like I need to see what this is, and then be able to review it on my own. I don't
I
know.
feel that though because I think that's part of why I was taking so many trades in the past because it was just like, let me see if this works, let me see if that works, let me see what is working and what doesn't work. And now I'm in a space where it's like, okay, I know absorption is a setup that I've seen occur so many times
Yeah,
that
but
it's
you only
just what I
stop.
focus on.
Yeah, but you stopped because you were in live and you were losing money.
Oh, that's true.
In demo,
That's
you're not going to stop.
So that's what I'm saying.
very
When I
true.
go live and use my real money, I hope those bad habits that I was
But
intentionally
that's
doing.
what but that's what I'm saying. The demo isn't stopping the bad habits, it's reinforcing the bad habits. And not only that, it's more information on random setups as opposed to your absorption setups. So by the time you go live, you're not going to have enough data on your absorption setups because you're doing the other setups.
But I'm also doing absorption setups. It's more like I think if I go live and I'm hoping I can control this, is like, well, I just won't do the extra stuff. I know
I
it's the bad habits been
think
built.
about this though, Eloy. Yesterday and Thursday, there was 2 absorption setups at 45-minute demand and daily demand. Did you journal those?
No, yeah, I haven't done my reviewing for the week yet.
But because you were focused on those other setups, you didn't even acknowledge that the absorption setups were occurring.
Yeah, I definitely
You
didn't.
know, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely didn't acknowledge the
I
trades y'all
get.
took.
At first, I was like, I get both of you guys because I get where Eloy, you're just like, let me see what works. But Gabriel has a good point where it's like your demo trading isn't helping you focus on one specific setup. You're
Right.
focusing on multiple setups. Whereas now, when you get to live trading, say you do sell your whatever stock and you put money into your account, that money is going to go by fast because you're not going to have the data to be like, okay, this is the setup I'm going to put money on.
Because if you're saying you're comparing your setups to the absorption setups, you need to review those setups that Eric just said, those 2 ones, and then compare and contrast with those setups that you take. But you're saying you're gathering all this information when we're saying why gather so much information when you can just gather their absorption setups and then have your edge.
But
I just read a book. I just read a book about studying, and it said in order to study, make better progress, you have to study on the stuff you suck at. And what you do is you have to hone in on what the general thing you're studying is, and then focus on that only, so you can master it. If you're jumping from different bubbles, different ideas to different ideas, sure you'll get a bunch of little bits of information, but you're gonna be a jack of all trades. You're not gonna master one to where it's consistent. If that
I
makes any
think you
sense.
I
have to
agree. I
you
just
have to
trying something. I agree. I'm just like I think I'm in like a different try mode right now of what I'm trying to figure out while absorbing everything we talk about every week.
I think you have to recalibrate the way you're approaching this, because the goal should be to master one setup. That like nothing else. Because then you can, once you master that one setup, then you could add another setup, then you could add another setup, and you have three setups now. But you you want to master, be the master of one. Say you master absorption and in demo, and like you know exactly what it is that you need to see for an absorption setup. Now when you put money into the market, you're gonna have your edge. Like Gabriel said, like you want to have the edge. Right now, what is your edge?
The absorption into supply and demand.
And how many trades of that absorption do you have in your journal?
I mean, a lot. I don't take a lot of trades either. Is another thing. Like, I'm looking at my journal. Like, I also don't take a lot of trades. Like, there's a lot of trades where I'm just empty on the day.
Exactly. So from the last 10 to 20 trades, how many of those can you look at your journal and be like, that was absorption, that was absorption, that was absorption, that was absorption?
While trying to actually execute that setup, I would say 95 to more percent of that. Like, I don't try not to do that
No,
unless I'm misunderstanding when
I,
like
I, I don't want to like point you out like this, but give me a number. Look at your journal right now and give me
for
a
sure.
number. Tell me how many of those of the last 10 trades were absorption trades.
I'm just going through it right now. All right. The last 20 trades, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, other than this week, that's all I practiced was absorption trades. Now, if they look different and then maybe I didn't execute as well as I should have, or I entered too early, or I read a confirmation wrong, which sometimes y'all will help me point out and realize during review. But I only try absorption setups into supply and demand. Like, that's all I'm studying right now. I guess this week it showed a little different, but I would say all of them. Like a couple of months ago when we first understood fully or a little better what the setup was, that's all I've been doing. But now with me, it's more of like the knowledge that I've gained from understanding that setup. Maybe I shouldn't trickle away, but it's kind of helping me understand, like, oh, like I'm seeing that also happen in this scenario. It's kind of like I'm just seeing the setup we have been practicing for so long, and then just trying to just realizing, I'm seeing it happen here too. I wonder if this is a thing, and then I'll try it when we shouldn't. But I'm like, well, we're on demo. But I get what y'all are saying because it is building a bad habit. But in the moment, like I'm more like an excited student to learn. I'm like, oh, I want to try that out. Let me try that out. Like learning a new crossover in a basketball court. Like, oh, I must try doing this now. I get it because in the end, we're going to be losing money if we're just going to be trying shit out and failing at it. So you don't want to do that in this world. But like, I'm not against what y'all are saying. I agree. I'm just on like some, I guess, explore shit. Like, let me just keep exploring. But that's not going to
My
be
question
good.
is
That's not going to be
my
good long term.
question my question is just why though?
I think I said it because I'm just interested in learning more. Like I came in really thinking you guys are, and I still feel this way. Like you guys are way ahead of me, and so I need to like approach my education from like some other extremes of like, all right, let me see what that's about. Okay. Let me see what this is about. Not because I want to use it. It's more of like I just need more random information to catch up to you guys, or at least just my own knowledge. Like I want to keep up with you guys, so I'm like trying things in my process to try to catch up to like just the level of education I think you guys are at.
Honestly, dude, I feel like you're caught up with us already. I mean, I don't consider myself like when I talk to you about this shit, I don't consider me like that much. I don't consider me that much above you, dude. Like, sure, I'll know a little bit more, but as far as I'm concerned, you're with us.
And I
We're in the
am feeling
hierarchy.
like I'm catching up, but I guess it honestly just might be a tendency that I don't realize it's to my detriment, where it's been how I kind of operate all the time. Like I'm just kind of like, oh, let me just see how much of this I can absorb. And then yeah, like I'll try to practice with, what do you call it, like actual experience. So I'm like taking actual trades, but not for the fun of it, and not to tell you guys, I won $20. It's more of like, what did I learn from that? What did I learn from that? Because I don't, like I said, I don't think I study as much as you guys do. So to me, these are my study moments. I'm not justifying it. I'm just like comparing my time. These are my study moments, my trial and error. But yeah, I'm not saying, I mean, maybe it is building the habit, but I'm not saying like I'm doing that intentionally. And it probably is building the bad habit, which is why I'm saying when I go live, I'm going to have to tweak myself to where like, all right, remember, you're not in practice mode anymore. Like, don't see what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, you're right. Like maybe, I don't, like, let's say if I'm going to start next month with some live money that I know I am, maybe I'm like, all right, well, then you need this month to make sure you're not just trying to practice, because then you're probably thinking you're practicing when you're live. Talking to myself.
One
I just don't
thing
want
Chat GPT told me, because I asked it, what's the fastest way to develop my skill as a trader? And it said you may feel like exploring different setups is making progress because you may take a trade that wins and that's not the absorption setup, or you may take another trade and you learn something from that setup. But it said if you just master one setup, your ability to become consistent is going to be a lot quicker than trying to take 5 trades in a week that are different setups and just taking one trade in a week that's an absorption setup. Because now every week you're taking one absorption setup that is the A plus setup that you've identified as your edge. And now that consistency is going to compound more than 5 different setups.
Mm.
So I think the only suggestion that I get that you want to learn and whatnot, but the ability to become consistent is going to come by focusing on one setup only, no other setup.
I agree with that. I think it is like, I'm not taking it the wrong way. It's more of like a reminder of like, yeah, Eli, don't forget this is gonna happen when it gets real. Because it, like, I'm sure you guys would think it is cool to be in that study mode, but at some point I gotta, even in the demo, like kind of learn to tone it down, hone it down to what I'm gonna be doing when I'm live. But I will say, like, I am in like this explore mode. But you're right in regards to, don't forget to work on your discipline mode, not just your explore mode.
Yeah.
During demo. So yeah, I'll say like this week then, that's my goal for the week, even though we're not at that part yet. But I'm gonna just say I'm only gonna focus on the setup then and not be in like explore mode.
I think it'll help you. Like we're not trying to tell you this just to be on your ass, but I think it will be beneficial. But you're right. Actually, that now that I think about it, like I do see you taking trades in zones. It's just I feel like your confirmations are a little different than what we focus on sometimes.
I'll agree on that. I always see my confirmations either because I got into early, where then all the confirmations showed up a little afterwards, and then it's kind of like that was the better entry. So definitely my entries need to be worked on, because I'll see a lot of confirmations either before or afterwards that I might have missed.
Yeah, I do see you do that. But I mean, I think having this talk is super beneficial because like you're aware of where you could develop.
Yeah, I think a younger, immature me would have been bothered by this. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if I ever showed that off to you guys, but like I'm not like that at all. I'm like, yep, I need that. Like I see y'all as coaches, and so it's more of like, yep, that was a tip that either whether I agree with it or not, it's not like I'm gonna be like, these was are being annoying. It's more like maybe it's not hitting right now, but maybe it'll hit next week, like stronger than it did this week. But I'm already in the
Hey,
agreement.
Eric, let me ask Eric. Do you see Eloy as like a lot further down still or not?
huge trash. No, I'm kidding.
He's
Nah,
beneath us,
he.
Cade.
I honestly think his ability to get to catch up to us was a lot faster because
Right.
he's not. For us, it was just like we were doing what he was doing because we had to, but because he has us, he's able to like catch up a lot quicker than we would have,
That's why I always
or
said
than we.
y'all put in the groundwork. I think we have the same level of motivation of like what we're supposed to do, but because you guys started ahead, I'm taking that same motivation with all of your guys' like early experiences. And so yeah, I'm definitely shortcut. When I talk to Edith or my brothers about this, I'm like, I'm shortcutting my way into this because of these guys.
Now you know all the information that we know. I almost am jealous that you were able to get it so fast because I feel like it could have made me be there faster. Like the fact that we read Valium, CVD, uh, just the way we read Bookmap. Like I feel like you caught on to that a lot faster than we were able to.
Just because you guys
So
already had been talking about it for so long.
I do think that you are very like maybe like a month behind us, if anything.
Yeah,
But
but
you're
that's it.
there.
Dude, when I ask you guys about like your level and stuff, like I want you to reply too. I don't just pay attention to what
Honestly,
Eric said.
I feel like Eloy has levels are a lot more similar to me than your levels are to me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
But it's
saying. That's why
also
I asked you.
because I remember I sat with Eloy at his house and
Oh
I
yeah.
multiple times like I would show him how I like sat there and was like, this is where my demand supply zone is. And I think after that I realized like, oh shit, like he's getting those same levels as me.
Yeah,
Danny Trades also did a
There you
video
go.
that broke down charting that I liked. I think one of you guys sent it to me.
I don't
I
know
just
about
remember
Danny.
I just remember he did a 50% dotted line in the middle of his supply zones. I tried that. That shit did not work. Mm.
I'm gonna start trading.
Yesterday you posted punching some guy, like knocking him out.
He's the 6'9" of fucking trading, dude. Fuck this guy.
He be trading with his jewelry on and shit.
I know he's the fucking worst.
Boss.
I can't believe I paid attention to any of these fucking scammers, man.
I know. Kind of crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, shit. Back to this, I guess. This supply zone that Eloy had at 45-minute supply, I was telling him before you had gone on, the reason I didn't look at it as a level to short at was because of how aggressive this rally was on the morning open. Uh, this what did make me tempted to want to try it. Seeing this, I was like, okay, sellers show their presence, and then pops back up, retests. What time did you get in? 6:48.
At yes, 6:48:32.
So yeah, see, this is where that idea of like the confirmation wasn't there for me. Yeah, sellers didn't show their presence. Limit orders were there, but I didn't see that volume drop here. CVD did. I mean, that volume shift here to confirm getting short. Yeah, there's this little pop. I mean, sometimes I will make the error, like the trade I showed you earlier, where I got in on that little move. But that's the kind of stuff I want to try to avoid. And that's why I'm so focused on volume shift and CVD because it can cause those mistakes there. Here, this did give me a little like, damn, am I missing it? But it just didn't feel right to me. I can't even pinpoint exactly why it didn't feel right, other than the fact of how aggressive this rally was. Oh, actually, I did realize that there was a lot of aggressive selling here, and the market didn't sell off. So to me, that was also a red flag. The fact that such aggressive selling occurred, limit orders appeared, VWAP was right there, and it was able to bounce back up. So just those little things were making me cautious of trying it short. And that's the type of stuff that, like, if you only focus on absorption, you're gonna because you're only focused on one setup, you're gonna notice these little nuances about absorption. Where, like, if you take this trade and then you see another opportunity, you may disregard this information that was occurring here, and because you're focused on another setup when there's valuable information on why this could have been avoided.
I will say, as I'm thinking about it, the reason I take a lot of trades outside of the zones is because of my lack of experience. I want to play the game, and I'm kind of like, fuck, like I don't got time for this. Like I want to get to the zone. Like I just want to see if I'm reading something else. And it's obviously a bad habit, but I just
Yeah, that's actually like really dangerous. But I feel that because I almost get it too. Like looking at this zero print here when the market opened, like I wanted to try it. Like I was like, this looks like it's an absorption happening, but like that's that discipline you gotta put yourself on. Like going a whole week only taking one trade, that shit sucks, but it's just how you master a setup. And it's only gonna be beneficial in the long run.
it only sucks because I've turned it into a game, and it's like I want to play.
I say, dude, just take that fucking money out and go live. Just join us in losing money, man. Who cares? Yes, financial advice.
I also think it is. I mean, Carmine and Umar say it like demo trading is not the same as live trade. There's emotions that you just don't experience.
The reason I stayed live trading is because it forces me to abide by my rules. Even, yeah, I may slip up sometimes, but for the most part, I'm being like more strict on myself, trying to make
Yeah.
smarter decisions.
I
But it does suck to leave.
I believe that. I believe the actual money is like a whole different training scenario that I guess I remember when I put the 500 in at the beginning of the year, I'm like, this is going to get lost. This is just for practice because I know I'm going to lose it. But once again, I'm like, I got to do that again. But I'm like, fuck, but I don't want to lose again. But now it's kind of like, fuck it, put another 500 losing dollars for practice.
Yeah.
It's the tuition you pay.
Damn. These are my book
Right.
fees.
Oh,
There's the house fee.
Dude, I think about it like just with like I think what helps me like be okay with taking losses with real money is like when I started my business, the real estate photography business, like I had to buy shit like equipment, I had to pay for the LLC. Like there is investments I had to make in order to like make it be legit. And that's how I see this, like $3,000 uh to learn and try to become profitable, like it's a worthy investment in my skill.
I got to do it. I got to do it.
It's scary, dude, but it's gonna work, man. I don't even know where I'm at right now. Hey, Felony took this short, Gabriel.
fuck felony, man.
I don't know
Are you
how
still on
he
his
does.
Telegram? Shit.
I don't even pay attention to it, but it's there.
That shit annoyed the fuck out of me, man. Every morning it would go off.
I know, and at night.
Yeah, I took myself off. I was like, I already know you're good. He's good at what because he does his Sunday recaps or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, is that
And he calls out his plays.
is that Latino looking dude?
Not
No,
his
he's
wife.
Uh, there was this Mexican dude that I haven't seen him in a while, but he would break down market context like every Sunday. I don't know if you still
Well,
watch
you
him.
don't remember to.
Lex trades.
He
I think
super
that
looked like Chicano. He had like a little mustache, and
Yeah, I know who he's from LA. Yeah.
but he would break down more like long
This
term context. Go ahead.
he would what?
He would break down like long term context.
Oh yeah, I still watch him sometimes on Sundays. This is Carmine kind of goes over the trade I took here. It's just a quick little clip, but he points out this. I'll just right. So my demand was at 60. Oh, where's the clip? My demand was like at 61 right here. So he's pointing out why he found this to be a good setup uh long, but he didn't take it, but he just points out why he yeah. See this one.
Whoa.
So this is the where I seen I was like, okay, buyers showed their presence. It pulled back, and I got in like on this pop, I believe it was, or either this pop or this pop, and I set my limit, my stop under this. I didn't see this how he explains this here in real time, but it did do that rally, then consolidation base, and then it rallied off again. Um, just some context to what I seen there. But I don't know, y'all. I mean, we're kind of over what we usually do. Y'all got any? What y'all gonna work on next week?
Just taking my shit. Same shit.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna wait for my key zones.
that's the
Oh, and
best you can.
the edges thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I'm still gonna keep journaling that. Um, but it's just those absorption setups what I want to focus on. Just keep trying to see them, and when they appear, put that risk on.
Does that edges
Yeah.
thing matter if it's not a trade from your key zones?
That
No, I think we'll. Oh,
that's
price
where I'm
check.
saying. That's where I'm saying it's not because it's a way that Carmine comes up with his intraday levels, but it's not what I'm focusing on.
Right.
But if it happens inside my key zone, then obviously there could be something there. And that's why moving forward, I'm just journaling it because I just want to see how much data I could collect on that for now. The more I see it, the more I can become reliable on it, just the way absorption was in the past. Like before, there was like 2 weeks where I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna watch for absorption. I watched it, seen how it appears, seen my confirmations. Then I was like, okay, now let me start trying to trade the absorption setup. There was times where I missed it and I would be pissed, and I just had to accept it. And I still, although I missed it, I still tried not to take anything outside of that the rest of the week. And then now I feel like I'm in a point where I'm like, okay, I see it happening in real time. Sometimes the confirmations are not fully there, but if everything else does feel right and looks aligned, I have to try it, or else I'm gonna keep missing those setups. I did it in steps on purpose too. Like I purposely didn't trade for 2 weeks, just watching the absorption. Second time, I was like, okay, now let me start trying it. I think I even went on demo for like a week or 2 weeks trying it, and then now I'm real money trying to put risk on. But it's just discipline.
If this isn't the week we take off, guys, I see it.
So that's all I got here.
Tight. I enjoyed this review. It's a long one too.
I know it was pretty long.
All right,
But-
we'll keep it. We'll play it by ear for next weekend.
Type shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Type shit. For sure. All right, peace, y'all.
Peace.
All right, see ya.
Like-
Peace.